Good afternoon. It's Sunday, October 3rd at about 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I was putting together this video stuff. I was going to make a video showing how we're entering a period where something is going to happen in the crypto market. But before I could get the video going, something happened. Um, I mean, this is Bitcoin. Just to let you know, I did, as you can see, the little arrow. I took off half of my current position. I took profits just to secure some profits. Ethereum also shot up. I have not taken any profits there yet, but I will. Pretty much everything has just shot up. And I want to show you. So here's some profits in Solana, a little bit in Cardano. I just took that position today, actually a little late, but it's already in profits. And SNX, it's doing okay. So back to Bitcoin. I want to show you on the hourly chart what has just happened. Like I said, as I was setting up, I was going to show you that this huge area of consolidation right here, where the price has basically just been, since really about here, it's just been moving in this very, very small range. Typically when that happens, it's going to shoot one direction or the other. So kind of like it did here, and it just shot down and then came back. Here it has been consolidating for some time, and like I said, just right before I got the video going, it was just sitting here and it just blasted. I mean, you can see, I'll drop it even down to the, let's say the 5-minute chart, and you can see what happened in the last few minutes, basically. Just shot up. So anyhow, let me go back to the 1 hour. That's a very common thing, that when it's consolidating like this, you usually don't know which direction. It could go either way. I don't have any real signs pointing, except that everything is pointing a little bit more bullish than bearish. Everything was. If you look, let's go back to the 4-hour chart. Things are, again, you can just see it's just kind of sitting there. No idea which way it's going to go. Although when we just had this bull run, and I'm going to back up all the way to the daily to show why I think it was a little more bullish than bearish. See this large W pattern right here? As soon as it broke above the neckline right here, let me put a little line there so you can see it. As soon as it broke above this neckline right here, with confirmation, that's a more bullish sign. So technically, more often than not, it's going to continue in a bullish direction once you've hit a double bottom or a W pattern. That doesn't mean that it always will, but just more likely to do that. Also, after a strong move to the upside, and then I'm going to flip down again to the 4-hour. After a strong move to the upside, and then a period of consolidation, some people would call this a flag pattern or a pennant pattern, and that is also when it's this shape, where you've had a strong move to the upside followed by a period of consolidation where really the price hasn't moved too much. This flag pattern or pennant pattern, technically that is a bullish pattern with the expected move to be to the upside, and technically the price target is the pole of the flag. Now whether it reaches that high or not, I don't know, but there are other factors in play, like this heavy resistance zone that I have right here, which I've had drawn for a long period of time. So let me remove this just to make it easier to see, and I'm going to flip back to the daily chart. So I took profits at the table. I think that's a good idea when you have a strong move to the upside, because it could pull back and then you've lost it all. When you already got a good gain, why get too greedy, right? So the reason, again, and I'll just go over it quickly, this heavy resistance zone, is based on the Fibonacci level, the 0.618 Fibonacci level. If you pull it from there to this low right there, I just missed it a little bit, but you get the idea. I've gone over this many times in the past. That is the 0.618 Fibonacci level. We've hit that resistance zone before. There's a good chance we will again. If it breaks above that zone, I'd be looking for all-time highs with one small resistance along the way, but for the most part, you're looking for all-time highs. So in this particular trade that I'm in, I'm going to put a target just below this resistance zone at about 51,000, and I'm going to change my stop loss to just below where it's broken out above this, just to make sure I don't lose my profits that I've already secured. Same thing with the Ethereum chart. As you can see, this also has broken out of this pattern. I'm going to set my levels based on that as well. Now right here you can see we're about to enter a local 0.618 Fibonacci level. If it breaks above that, I'll be looking for 4,000 in Ethereum. If it doesn't, if it bounces off of that and heads back to the downside in the short term, I want to make sure that I've secured my profits, so I will be moving my stop to just a little below this to make sure that this evening or overnight I don't lose all those profits should it bounce off the 0.618 Fibonacci level. And I won't go through the others, but basically the same thing for the others. I use the same type of strategy and the same type of targets and losses for all of these. This one has already, Solana has already gone above the previous swing high. That's a very bullish sign. If it closes above that, again, I'll be looking for highs, maybe all-time highs for this particular currency. But it's got to break above and close above this level. Right now we don't have a lot of volume, so I'm a little skeptical that, the price action, but so far looking extremely bullish. Same thing for Litecoin. It has now made, so with these, it was making lower highs and lower lows to here. It has now broken out past this last high and is now making higher highs. If it now makes a higher low and then another higher high, especially above this high, oh boy, we could be again off to the all-time high, off to the races here. So just watch it closely, see what happens. Bitcoin, if somehow we can get past this heavy resistance zone, the very next target to be looking at for me is somewhere around 59,000, 57 roughly to 59,000 as the next potential resistance. After that, again, we could be in for all-time highs, but don't get too excited too fast. We've got to get through this. We might have a pullback. I personally am going to take profits here and see what happens. If it does break above that, again, with confirmation above this zone, I will definitely go long again, because I will change to being extremely bullish about the price. Because from here, once it breaks above this with confirmation, it's got a lot of room to move to the upside. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I want to get this out to you so that you can adjust accordingly. Have a great day and happy trading.